India is a diverse country, a fact that is visibly prominent in its people, culture, and tradition. The Indian culture varies with its vast geography. People speak in different languages, dress differently, follow different religions, eat different food, but are of same temperament. From the eternal snows of the Himalayas to the cultivated peninsula of far south, from the desert of west to the humid deltas of the east, from the dry heat and the cold of the central plateau to the cool forest foothills, Indian lifestyles clearly glorify the geography. I am Surya Shaji. This is my design dissertation. My thesis topic is Urban Haat at Pune. So, what is an urban haat? Urban haat is basically a market where arts and crafts of wide varieties are sold and displayed. The scheme of an urban haat was actually founded by Handicraft Ministry in 1999 in order to provide the people with traditional skill a platform to display and produce their work. Now, why is the need for an urban haat? First of all, it helps to earn daily wages. It also helps in economic growth of our country by cultural tourism and in handicraft sector. It also helps to revive the art, craft, culture and tradition which has been replaced by modern art. Now, what are the initiatives taken by the government to promote the art? There are various yojanas promoted by the government. Some of them are Baba Sahib Hastashilp Vikas Yojana, Jan Shri Bima Yojana, Rajiv Gandhi Shilpi Yojana, etc. Now, these are some of the live and net case studies done. The inferences from the case studies are the activities were properly zoned out. There was no connectivity among the activities. There was clear understanding in circulation and facilities provided for the visitor. There was harmonized landscape and ample parking spaces provided. Now, where I have proposed my heart, it is in Pune. Why Pune? Pune being a cultural capital, there are no urban heart in the entire city. Also, as a part of Smart City project, there is an proposal of an urban heart by Pune Municipal Corporation. Where in Pune? Pune. The location of site is in Dattawadi, Sinhagad Road, which is 8.3 km from Pune Junction. This is the image showing the site surrounding. The site is surrounded by residentials, commercials, gardens and open spaces. Now about the site. The site has an area of 8.2 acres. It has a gentle slope of 3 meter. The site is also connected to the main Sinhagad Road. Now, what are the positive aspects of this site? There are two gardens, which are Pula Deshpande Garden and Mughal Garden beside the site, which are a tourist spot. The people visiting the garden can also experience the heart. Apart from that, there is a village at the rear side and a chawl near the site. Thus, the people living there can earn their daily wages from the heart. Now, what are the negative aspects of this site? The site has many wild growing trees which can't be retained. As the site is connected to the main road, measures to control noise should be adopted. Now, about the program. The program is derived from the case studies done. It aims to combine people from various fields, ages, and income group. The main design aspects are hierarchy of activities, circulation, open spaces, and public convenience. Coming to my concept is unity in diversity. Split into states, every state has different culture, tradition, arts, crafts, and lifestyle, and has its own value but is always unified by patriotism. So, how I actually started my planning? This is my methodology. Step 1 is identifying the handicrafts, lifestyle, culture of various states. Step 2 is finalizing the state. Step 3 is zoning out the states according to its four cardinal direction. Step 4 is identifying the cultural characteristic, street pattern, vernacular architecture and traditional construction. So here there will be a strong harmony achieved through the use of material, detail and form. Beginning from core area to exterior environment, everything will reflect the Indian culture. Now starting with the site plan. The total area is 8.2 acre in which have planned for 7 acres and the rest is left for future planning. This is the section showing the skyline. This is the service entry and exit. Here the pedestrian entry leads to the exhibition panel where different cultures are carved out. The second pedestrian entry leads directly to the ticket counter. So these are the 4 ticketing counter in the form of a hut. This is the vehicular entry exit drop off where cab or taxi drop the visitor. This pedestrian exit is direct exit from the hut and this pathway is for the visitor to reach to the pickup point where they get a taxi. Here, the vehicular entry exit is for the pickup point. Next is the provision of vehicular entry exit for parking. There are 94-wheeler, 182-wheeler and 2 bus parking provided. Here, admin block is provided at the entrance. Dormitory and amphitheater provided at the rear side. These are the 2 security cabin for check-in and check-out. Here are the pedestrian pathway for entry and exit. The public gathering space which act as a center core of the hut with seating is where actual bifurcation of zones are done. The zones are zoned out according to the India map, which are South, West, North and East. Here, every zone is enclosed by a perforated screen which has a void so that while people walking around can have the view of the zone. Coming to the planning of South Zone, in South, the 2 states that has a wide variety in arts and craft are Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Here, the structures marked in red are food court, blue are workshop and orange are shop. So as soon as you enter, visitor will be greeted in South Indian tradition. Then one come through the performance area. What one experience as soon as you enter is a part of Kerala is a peaceful environment of backwater where lush green landscape with stretch of palm trees along houseboats with Nalukettu and Ettukettu house. So Nalukettu is a house with 4 rooms and Ettukettu is a house with 8 rooms. Where for the food court the seatings are planned around the courtyard and Fokodi, which is a hut, are planned such that the workshop activities can be carried out. The upper level of the houseboat consists of seating area where one can have the entire view. Now, when you enter in Tamil Nadu, what you experience is the Chitrakaru Teru, which is known as the street of artists lined up with stretch of shops and workshop with focal point being the Gopuram. Gopuram being the entry exit, there is a pillared structure with articulated column which is a unique feature of the temple built enclosed to provide a workable space for the shop. Here are the elevation and section of Kerala which shows the bamboo houseboats with Kodi huts, and here are some views showing the zone of Kerala. Here are the views of Tamil Nadu zone. The elevation and section of Tamil Nadu shows the stretch of food court and Gopuram. This is the view showing the south zone. Now coming to the west zone. In west, the state which has a diversity in arts and craft are Maharashtra, Gujarat and Rajasthan. Coming to the west zone, what attracts the visitor is the fort architecture which has a massive Mahat Darwaza, that is the doorway, and number of other stone structure planned for workshop and shop, with statue of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj at the above level, which is the another main attraction of the fort area. And these are the Vada houses lined along the stretch which reflect the Maratha architecture. The sitting area followed with the kitchen planned around the courtyard which connects to the nature. Moving to Gujarat, the visitor get to experience the Bunga house, a circular and square mud house with thatch roof planned around the Bunga settlement to give the feeling of a village and a Bunga settlement where different activities are carried out within the settlement. Coming to Rajasthan, what the visitor experience is the amalgamation of Mughal and local style. Here, one can experience the street pattern of Jaisalmer house which is planned along a stretch facing each other, And then what one notices is the architectural legacy of Rajasthan, that is, the chhatris, which are designed as an enclosed structure to provide a workable space for the shop. Here, the elevation shows the Vada house and the elevation of Mahat Darwaza of fort, which is a stone structure, along with section, and here are some of the views. The elevation of Muga mud house, where the exterior walls are adorned with colorful painting with niches on the wall, and this is the section of Bunga house. Here the interiors are decorated with mirror work. These are the views showing the Bunga houses. The sectional elevation of Jaisalmer houses shows that the structure is a sandstone structure with arc entrance and articulated jali window with chhatris. This is the view of the west zone, and these are some of the other view of Rajasthan. Moving to the north zone. In north, the state which has a wide variety of art and craft are Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab and Uttar Pradesh. So as soon as one enter in the part of Jammu Kashmir, they get to experience the peaceful environment where lush green landscape with Tak House, the vernacular house of Jammu, and Katkuni House, the vernacular house of Himachal Pradesh, is planned in level to get the experience of Himalayas with water body along with the houseboat at the front. Moving to Punjab, what one experience is a traditional Punjabi Havelis where rooms are planned around the courtyard and open courtyard mud house where all activities are wrapped up behind a mud boundary wall. With a common gathering social place at the center with trucks designed for shops is an important mode of Punjab. Moving to Uttar Pradesh, here one get to experience the Varanasi Ghat, the architecture of Khasi, with series of steps leading up to the structure where different activities are carried out and down to the water body. Here are the section and elevation of Himachal Pradesh shows the Katkuni house, which is a stone and timber based structure. This is the section along with the view of Punjab. Here are the view of North Zone. Here are the section and elevation of Uttar Pradesh. Watchtower, which is the main feature, is used to see the entire view of the Haat, and the material used for the structures here are sandstone. Moving to the East Zone. In East, the state which has a wide variety of handicraft are the Seven Sisters State and Chhattisgarh. In Seven Sisters State, visitor will experience the view of tea garden at each level along with bamboo house, chang house and khazi house. Moving to Chhattisgarh, one get to experience the scenic view of village with mud house and koti house. Also, there is a provision of amphitheatre along with dormitories planned in the Haat. This is the plan showing the dormitories. This is the section and elevation of Chhattisgarh showing the mud house along with the view of East Zone. This is the section and elevation showing the Chang house, Khazi house and Bamboo house or Seven Sisters State along with the views. Now, let us start with the architectural representation and detailing. The basic concept is to revive the art of traditional architecture. Coming to the structural system of West Zone, these are the detail of Bunga settlement, Gujarat. Here, the house are mud house with thatch roof. Mud is a bad conductor of heat and it prevents the flow of heat between the surrounding and the internal space. Hence, it keeps the house cool in summer and warm in winter. Here, the roof has thick layer of thatch, which is again a natural insulator. The air pockets within the thatch insulates structure in both warm and cold weather. Niches in internal and external wall are the key element of Bunga houses. Coming to the detail of Jaisalmer house, here the structures are built with sandstone. Sandstone reflects most of the sunlight, heats up slowly and allow little of that heat to pass through at night. When the temperature drops, the stone radiates the heat stored during the day and the jali window which ensures continued airflow. The roof consists of timber beam and grass matting with earth filled which helps to keep the interior cool. Coming to the detail of Vada House and Gondia House in Maharashtra. Here are some details of Mangalore roof. Moving to the structural system of North Zone. These are the detail of Tak construction. Here, the stones are placed between the timber bands which actually prevent the wall from falling off, and the distance between the timber band and the stone is Tak. These are the detail of Katkuni house. The construction detail are same apart from the roof. Here, the roof is a normal slate roof, and here the roof is tapered slate roof, which is environmentally friendly, low maintenance and durable. This is the detail of courtyard mud house and Haveli of Punjab with the key elements of house, that is the niches, jali design and parapet wall. These are the architectural characteristics of Varanasi, which have intricately carved wooden entry, sandstone steps and chhatris in roof. Moving to the structural system of East Zone, these are the detail of Seven Sisters state. Here, the bamboo are used for both roof and wall with mud flooring. Here, bamboo to bamboo connection is done with the roof. The Chang house has same construction technique that of mud house. Apart from the plinth consists of random rubble, masonry and brick masonry. The roof of Chang house consists of thatch, which is again a natural insulator. These are the detail of Khoti house, which has a half-height partition wall and a column-like structure designed with suspended floor for insulation. It is extremely malleable and offer better insulation than steel and concrete. Moving to the structural system of South Zone, here are the detail of Nalukettu house in Kerala. These are the key elements. Nadumutam, which is the central courtyard, Tumanam, which is used to divert the rain, Pumugam, which is an entrance to the house, and Charupadi, which act as a seating at the veranda. Now coming to the detail of Toda hut, thick bamboo fastened with rattan, which is a thinner bamboo canes tied together parallel and close to each other over the bamboo frame, and a thick dry grass stacked as thatch act as a covering. Moving to the lighting and sustainability aspect. Here are some of the traditional lighting used. Solar lantern, which is used at the food court. It controls the panel to control light intensity. Post mounted and wall mounted solar fixture. This solar light is designed to provide automatic operation after a full day's charge. Generally, 6 hours of direct unfiltered sunlight on the panel produce a full battery charge. Step light fixture, which is used for amphitheaters. Building solar light for water bodies. Solar powered spotlight is made of rigid plastic and has waterproof function. The solar pond light can charge it automatically when receiving sunlight. It can be spiked on ground or nailed onto the surface. Wall mounted light and other are solar street and path fixtures. Coming to the solar aeration method, this method is used in the water body. It is a great option because it only adds oxygen to the water but also use clean energy, that is the solar panel. It decreases the maintenance cost of water body. Here the compressor pumps air through underwater tubing to diffuser, and once the air reaches the diffuser it is forced out into tiny bubbles which disperse into water as they float towards the surface. Coming to biogas, fixed dome biogas is used as the waste generated from the food court is more. Other sustainable aspects used are rainwater harvesting and solar panels. This is the drainage and water supply layout. This is the rainwater harvesting layout. And this is the electrical layout of Haat. To examine in the current scenario, a traditional node of social structure, its integration within the urban fabric, and establishing an interrelationship between the craftsman and craft as a system of interconnecting layer, the layer classified as social, environmental, cultural, and economic. The design would look at the provision of not just the ambience and essence of traditional rural art, but a typology well suited for temporary needs. Looking at a particular line of craft in an urban scape and making an interface between the craftsman and the customer with special emphasis on craft and space. Thank you.